Bitcoin will do to banks what email did to the postal industry. A quote by Rick Falkvinge. Rick draws a powerful parallel between the transformative effects of email on the postal industry and the potential impact of Bitcoin on the banking sector. His statement suggests that just as email revolutionized communication by making physical letters less relevant, Bitcoin has the capacity to radically reshape finance, potentially rendering traditional banking structures obsolete. Falkvinge's statement is bold, predicting that Bitcoin will have a transformative impact on the traditional banking industry. While banks have long been the gatekeepers of the financial system, Bitcoin introduces an alternative that operates independently of these centralized institutions. Bitcoin's decentralized nature allows individuals to conduct peer-to-peer transactions without intermediaries. This potential to bypass banks challenges their long-standing role as middlemen in money transfers, lending, and other financial services. The quote underscores that Bitcoin isn't just a currency, it's a technology with the potential to overhaul the entire structure of financial services, shifting control from banks to the individual. By comparing Bitcoin to email, Rick alludes to how email drastically reduced the demand for traditional mail services. Before email, people relied on the postal system to communicate quickly over long distances. With the advent of email, communication became faster, cheaper, and more accessible, rendering many aspects of the postal industry's business model outdated. Email transformed the way we communicate by offering an instant, decentralized alternative to postal mail, which disrupted the postal industry and led to a decline in traditional letter sending. In a similar vein, Bitcoin challenges the way we transfer value, making it possible to send money anywhere in the world instantly, at a fraction of the cost, and without needing a bank account. The analogy suggests that Bitcoin, like email, has the potential to bypass traditional barriers, offering a digital, decentralized solution that's faster, cheaper, and globally accessible. Bitcoin can empower the unbanked and underbanked populations worldwide. In developing countries, many people lack access to formal banking services, but they often have access to smartphones. Bitcoin allows them to access financial services simply by having internet access, without needing a bank account. This democratization of finance means that people in economically or politically unstable regions can store and transfer wealth securely and privately, which can be life-changing in places where traditional banks are inaccessible or unreliable. Bitcoin provides an alternative financial system that is open to anyone, anywhere, expanding financial inclusion in ways traditional banks often cannot. Bitcoin's rise has sparked conversations about regulatory oversight and how governments might respond. While traditional banks are highly regulated, Bitcoin operates outside of government control, which poses both opportunities and challenges for global finance. Some governments see Bitcoin as a threat to their control over money supply and financial systems. As adoption grows, there could be increased efforts to regulate or restrict Bitcoin usage. However, its decentralized nature makes it challenging to control. Ultimately, banks may adapt to this shift by integrating blockchain technology into their own systems, or by providing custodial services for digital assets, bridging the gap between traditional finance and the new decentralized financial landscape. If Bitcoin continues on its trajectory, it could dramatically alter the financial landscape, shifting power from centralized institutions to individuals and making traditional banking services less essential in the process. For now, Bitcoin represents a compelling alternative to conventional finance, a technology that has the potential to offer faster, cheaper, and more accessible financial solutions. As with any transformative innovation, the journey ahead will involve both opportunities and challenges. But Falkving's analogy makes one thing clear. Bitcoin has set in motion a paradigm shift that banks and financial institutions cannot afford to ignore.